Hey Scorpio Collective, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope y'all are doing well. We're going to get into your reading today. Remember to remember to take only what resonates, leave what doesn't. Flip the roles if you need to. Could be past, present, or future energy, or someone else around you and picking up on. Why my card so sloppy? That's because this tablecloth makes it so hard to lay the cards down, but I like the contrast of my melanin with the black hair, so I like to use it. It just makes, I don't know, it spruces things up for me. Yeah, but don't try to force anything to fit. Use your own discernment, okay? This could be past, present, or future energy or someone else around you and picking up on. Please, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this reading is going to be very spiritual in nature. A little bit about love, but mostly it has a lot to do with your spiritual journey, okay? A couple of different channel messages came through, and I want to see if I can remember them all because they were like really coming through. And I'm like, oh my God, Spirit, wait. I was like, should I write it down? But I'm going to try to just go off the top of my head what I remember. I'm going to start with a channel song that came through for you, which is Yolanda Adams' Open My Heart, I think it's called. I open up my heart to you, and she's like, alone in a room. It's just me and you. I feel so lost. I don't know what to do. So what if I choose the wrong thing to do? Lord, I'm so afraid of disappointing you. And I heard Spirit say your walk, your spiritual walk, your journey feels stagnant right now. There's a disconnect between you and Spirit for some reason. In your mind, not in reality. You can never disconnect from Spirit, but your awareness, your feeling it in real time, feeling the tangible proof of your connection. I feel like a lot of you are going through the motions right now, and Spirit is wanting you to kind of like reel it in, balance things out, put things back into perspective, because a lot of you are trying to do things on your own terms. Taurus got this kind of message. Look at this. Look at this. Taurus got this message, kind of a similar message last week. But I'm going to share a dream with y'all in a minute. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Some of you are feeling really outcasted from your family, right? That's just one aspect. You feel like you could be the black sheep of your family. You feel like maybe you're not as successful as other people in your family. There's just a feeling of not belonging in a family dynamic. 10 of Pentacles in reverse talks about like a family in disarray. There's some conflict going on. You're not really seeing eye to eye. It could be over money. I don't know. Let me put these up here. I was getting only one card, but I'm going to stick with this one because this really speaks to what I'm talking about. I just said there's a disconnect from Spirit. Look at this. This is a card about a church being there. I'm not telling y'all to go to church. What I'm saying is this is representative of your spiritual journey. It's not a coincidence this came out. Some of you, your family could have turned their back on you because you don't practice a religion that they practice, or something about some choices you've made have kind of left you out. I mean, think of, this is not necessarily your situation, but think of how people get caught up on drugs, or they make really poor choices and then their family kind of cuts them off. That's the feeling I'm getting. It doesn't have to be that specific situation. Just y'all feel me. Y'all know what I'm saying. This is feeling like ostracized. There's some financial burdens. There's a just kind of like a very destitute, impoverished, painful, abandoned feeling. This is being left out in the cold. But I don't want us to ignore the lights on in this church behind this person. And if you flip the card this way, he's inside of the church getting warm. Okay. Trying to figure things out and trying to recover from being out here in the cold. Oh, excuse me, y'all, trying to recover. Okay. So I feel like this is the way your relationship with Spirit feels right now. It's not because it really is that way, but that's the way it feels. Look at what we got. Let me share my dream. It's going to be brief because I don't remember all the details. But I had this dream that the world was basically, it's like apocalyptic world, okay? Everything was flooding. It was like simultaneously there were fires and floods. And it's so crazy because I'm watching a video, a relaxation video, and there's a fireplace going, and then there are these waves. And that probably triggered the memory of my dream because I totally forgot about it. But this dream was so chaotic. But let me tell y'all the crazy thing. I was so calm. I was so calm, and I was actually peaceful and happy. Even though everything around me was chaotic and everything was like going to SHIT, and I knew it meant that the world as we knew it was done, but I was so happy. There were so many aspects of the world as we know it being done that I was completely content with, that I was like, I'm not mad at you, God. I ain't mad at you, Spirit. I ain't mad at you, universe. I ain't mad at all. I felt so content, and I was looking at everybody around me who seemed to be in such a panic. They seemed so lost. They seemed so confused. And I remember talking to someone in my dream. Don't remember who the person was, but I talked to this person in my dream, and I was like, y'all weren't prepared. There were so many signs. There were so many warnings that we have gotten through different means and mediums, prophets, books, scripture, whatever. We should have already known this was coming. The writing was on the wall. I said, why are y'all so panicked? This is beautiful. Sounds crazy to say it's beautiful, but it really felt beautiful to me in the dream, y'all. I had not 1 ounce, not 1 iota of fear in my body. And I think that that's crazy how that dream is coming through for me, because there's certain dreams that I have that I totally forget about until something triggers it. And it happened in one of my earlier readings too. I dream a lot. I'm a dreamer. I don't know if I've ever shared that with y'all, but I am a person who has had prophetic dreams since I was a little girl. And when I tell y'all, since I was a little girl, I've had apocalyptic dreams. I felt like in my lifetime, I was going to see what would be the destruction of the world, at least as we know it. And I remember as a kid, I would try to put out the fires. I would literally run around and try to stomp on them, with my shoes to try to put out the fire, because they would start small. And I thought that was very synonymous. As I look back on it, I think that has a lot of meaning to the fact that the fires were small, because I feel like Spirit is always warning us. We're off kilter on this planet. We're off track. I don't want to preach to y'all, but I gotta preach to y'all for a minute, because Spirit is telling me to say this. The cards that came off of you, I know there's no reason for me to be getting this message and remembering this dream if it's not meant for you to hear, Scorpio. And I always tell y'all are fire and water. Think about that. I'm just realizing that. What happens if you put fire to water? Let's talk about this for a minute. Hold up. Mixing fire with water is going to create a situation where something's going to boil. It's going to boil over. It's going to be hot water, right? What's hot water? Hot water is trouble. Hot water is not something that anyone can live in, right? It's not, and it's inhabitable. Uninhabitable is what I meant to say, not inhabitable. It's uninhabitable. And so I'm just looking at this contrast of this fire and this water on my TV. And it's so crazy because what's separating the two from coming together is the earth, grounded energy. Oh, Lord. There is a need for you to ground. Because otherwise you're going to be in hot water. What's the flip side of that when you mix fire with water? What happens? The fire gets put out, right? So emotions can drown out passions. Or too much passion, too much action can turn emotions toxic, hot, to the point where they become more problematic than they are replenishing, right? Water is there to replenish us. And if you heat it up too much, it's not of any use to anyone. You can't bathe in it. You can't drink it. You can't use it for anything other than cooking food, right? So I feel like there's a need for you to balance your passions, the actions that you're taking, because I see you're on the move here, but you're covering up your emotions. Oh, this is flowing. Let me get into these cards because I'll be talking all day. Your first card is Door to Spirit. Number 32 reduces to a 5. What are 5s? You got a 5 here. Conflict. And then we have number 41. What does that reduce to? A 5. What are 5s? I just said it. Conflict. It says 7th chakra. Archangel Uriel, which represents your crown chakra. Do y'all know what your crown chakra is? You cannot make this up. Your crown chakra is your connection to spirit, your oneness with God. That's what it is. Spiritual awakening. Under that, we got yin yang. I told you got to balance. You have to balance your emotions and your passions and the actions that you're taking. Spirit feels like you have unfollowed and blocked spirit out of your life. You can't really do it, but that's what it feels like. Um, Spirit is saying you're covering up the ways you feel about something. You're not dealing with some type of pain. Could come from your family, could come from your childhood, could be family secrets you're holding on to. This could be financial troubles that somebody's having. Somebody's really suffering as a result of not being in alignment with spirit. And it's not because spirit has changed. We have karmic soulmate and smooth sailing. You need to move away from a karmic soulmate. Karmic soulmate could be anyone. Doesn't have to be a romantic situation. Someone in your energy could be keeping you in this very destitute, impoverished, lack mentality energy. We have feel your feels, speak your mind, find your peace, and be unapologetic about all of it, because you're covering up something. You need to be in alignment, yin yang. You got to balance some things in your life. Your strength baffles them. You survive more than they ever could, and you have. Do you know how strong you have to be homeless? And I'm not even trying to be funny. That sounds like an oxymoron, right? It's not. To be homeless means you have to be resourceful, even though you don't have resources. Oh, that's a bar. Mm-mm-mm. Do you know that you have to get up every single day and face the humdrum, bleak reality that you don't know where your next meal is coming from? Oh, I'm getting choked up. You don't know when it gets cold outside if you can deal with the elements. Going back to the fire, the water, when it rains outside, when it's hot outside, when it snows outside, when inclement weather happens, when natural disasters happen. Homeless people are in all these situations. Nobody ever talks about them. But think about it, especially if you feel like your family has turned their back on you. A lot of people out there have mental illness and nobody, can help them. A lot of them don't allow people to help them, but some, don't even have people who can identify them as a human being. Hmm. But, but, there is a silver lining. You still have this door to spirit wide open. Spirit hasn't gone anywhere. God is unchanging. They say hold on to God's unchanging hand. God doesn't change. It's us that changes. You have to turn to that door. This is you. You have to turn back to that door. Or your reading gonna be long because I feel like I got to share this, y'all. I'm getting emotional. Whenever this happens, I know I'm talking to somebody that's going through something. I gotta breathe for a minute. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get myself together. Okay, Scorpio, we're gonna try this again. You have a fairy tale ending here. I don't know if y'all can see it. A fairy tale ending is here. All it requires you to do is turn yourself back towards the light. Every time I start talking, I get choked up, y'all. When you channel energy, you make yourself a conduit for other people's feelings and emotions. This is not my feelings and emotions. And so I don't know who I'm talking to. And if you're a Scorpio who's listening to this and you're not going through like some type of spiritual ascension where things feel very uncertain for you right now, you may not even recognize it as an ascension. It could feel like you're devolving. It could feel like you are slipping away from the hand of God even more, but I promise you you're not. There's just a refocusing that has to happen, because this is just me. This has to me nothing to do with love, even though I am seeing love stuff here. I can't get caught up in that because Spirit is telling me to talk about something bigger than just a romance, a relationship. This is somebody's life, their spiritual life, and I can't take this as a joke. I told y'all I take this very seriously. If I ever feel like I'm going to do a reading and it's going to be fluff or stupid, even though sometimes, ratchet stuff come out sometimes, I can't control that. But if I feel like I don't feel it that day, I don't feel like I can really connect that day, I'm not going to do a reading that day. I don't think I did any yesterday. Was that yesterday? I might be tripping. I might have did some yesterday. I don't know. But whenever y'all see that I don't post, it's because I'm in that space where I'm like, I don't know if, my emotions are going to take over the reading. People around me are going to play into the reading, or I'm going to start just kind of grasping at straws. I can't do that. This is spiritual work. I don't see this as any different than people who stand in front of a congregation of people every Sunday and give a message to those people. And people are changed by that. People go for their spirits and their souls to be ministered to. And I believe that that's what tarot is about. People do different kind of tarot. They use it for different reasons. It's a very lucrative niche on YouTube. But for me, this is not the channel that I created to make money. I have 3 monetized YouTube channels. My very first channel has nothing to do with tarot. And yeah, I created that for money. This was done out of passion, out of curiosity of learning more and more about the tarot, and getting more into divination and the oracle cards, and as well as tapping more into my own intuition and trying to understand why God gave me this gift. I feel like that's a message too. You have a gift. You don't know how to use it. It took me a long time to figure it out. But when you do, look what you have. You got all this money trouble, but then look what you have. A fairy tale ending in the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is you overcoming, becoming more financially independent. Your future is bright. Oh my God, I keep getting emotional. I got to get into these cards because this reading is going to be 50 minutes long. 15:55 on the timer when I just looked up more fives. 555. You could be seeing a lot of fives, y'all. But let me tell y'all something. I have an angel number that I use to manifest. 1111 555. I have, oh, somebody knocked my picture down. I have it on my mirror in my bedroom, and it's obviously fallen. It's not there. Think about that. It's fallen. It's not there. I don't know why it's not there, but I just looked and it's not there. It must have just fallen down on the dresser. I have to just go and look and see if it went behind the dresser. But I use that number as an indicator that something I'm trying to manifest is coming to me. So if I keep seeing a lot of ones or a lot of fives, and especially if they're together like 1555, like I just saw, I know something I'm manifesting is coming. And I'm going to let you borrow a little bit of my juice today and say that that's a message for you, that something you're manifesting is coming. You got all these fives everywhere. You even have a 1 here with the 10 of Pentacles, which reduces to a 1. I could talk all day about this. I don't play about God, y'all. Like, I could talk about the Most High all day long. We have a new feminine. I feel like this is you. I feel like your energy, your divine feminine energy is coming into play. I always see the Nine of Pentacles as a feminine energy. I just do. I don't care who's on the card, what's on the card. I see it as a very feminine energy. I actually call this card my rich auntie vibes, okay? I see some of you being very generous, being able to help people around you, tuning back into your heart space. Somebody is suffering a fall from grace in their mind. Spirit still loves you no matter what you've done. Gatekeeper. Picking up the pieces. Spirit is your gatekeeper. Spirit is your gatekeeper. Some of you, your ego has been your gatekeeper for a long time. But Spirit is your gatekeeper, and you're picking up the pieces here with the Temperance card. You're rebuilding, getting back on your feet. Temperance is Archangel Michael protection. Yes, that's a card of spirituality. That's an Earth Angel card. You have a gift. What is your gift that you're supposed to be sharing with the world, Scorpio? What is it? You have a contract when you come here, Scorpio. What's your contract? Only you know. What's your strength baffles them? You survive more than they ever could. Your body has been through a lot. Some of you, this is physical. Some of you, it's the fact that your physical body could endure the elements. It could endure this uncertainty of how am I going to go all day without eating, maybe days at a time. Oh, I'm getting worked up again. I got it. Passionate new start, accepting the challenge, Ace of Wands, getting back in the game. Getting back in the game, accepting a challenge, getting back in the game. You have renewed passion coming in. What's your gift that you're supposed to be sharing with the world? It leads you to some major success here with this Nine of Pentacles. It takes you out of poverty, Scorpio. Check on your strong friend. You are the strong friend. More Sagittarius energy, taken for granted. See, some of y'all been there for everybody else and ain't nobody been there for y'all. Some of y'all have overextended yourself. You might even be too proud to ask people for help. What is this karmic soulmate? Some of you do have a love situation coming in too. You could be separating from a karmic soulmate, or this could be a karmic soulmate who's going to, get their act together. I don't know. We have lying. Okay. So this karmic was lying. There could be some healing. On the other side, it said lesson. So it could be this person learning a lesson. We have metamorphosis. There you go. Change, growth, ending, transformation, shedding the old and release. What did I just say? It's long overdue. Some of you, there could be a union coming back into balance with a soulmate. Smooth sailing is here. Again, spirit guides right here, pushing you forward, helping you to overcome these blockages. Spirit, talk to me, please. Please talk to me, Spirit, to help Scorpio. Because I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio. It could just be one or several or many that needs to hear this message, but I want to give them the right message. Spirit, what do you want them to know when they feel like they are blocked from you? Solutions are always readily and easily available to me. Wow. That's the King of Swords. Aquarius energy, Libra, Gemini. King of Swords is logic, right? King of Swords is fairness. So I feel like what Spirit is saying to you, Scorpio, if this is your situation, especially if you're overcoming like some kind of addiction, you're not a I'm getting emotional. You're not a throwaway, Scorpio. You matter no matter what you've been through. Okay. So for those of you that this is, hold on. Okay, I'm going to try to get through the rest of this reading and get some tarot so I can move off of this because this is literally making me cry, y'all. And I do not cry like this. I don't know what's going on. You're not, I can't get myself together. You're not expendable. And God hasn't forgotten about you. Okay, we have the Hermit card, flying solo. So Spirit wants you to focus your attention on shutting things down right now. Shutting out the outside noise and really doing some soul searching. Okay, Scorpio. We have sleight of hand, Gemini, Virgo energy, spell work. This is the Magician in reverse. Somebody wishing ill will on you, trying to send negative energy your way. It could be a Gemini or a Virgo. Okay. Whew, let's get to the tarot. I'm just gonna pull a couple cards, y'all. We had a Seven of Wands. You feel defensive. You're also protected. What's the Seven of Wands? The Knight of Swords. So we have Gemini, we have Leo. This could be this Gemini I was just talking about. There could be someone leaving your life. A very impulsive person. A person who didn't consider you. A person who's been in and out of your life. Others of you, I feel like this is you overcoming any blockages. I feel like also you're being protected as you make some choices sometimes that don't always fall in line with Spirit. Spirit wants you to know you're still protected. I feel like this is a guide here for you. Even when you lose your way or you've lost your way, you are still being protected. You got the Three of Swords in reverse and the Three of Cups. Oh, God, I can't get myself together. This is Libra and Cancer energy. And look at the ring. Three of Swords in reverse talks about overcoming a heartbreak, overcoming obstacles. And both of these cards are about reconciliation. It could be a family dynamic or something. You're reconciling with the people who I feel like who love you, who care about you. Something to celebrate is coming in here after a very, hard time. You overcome it. You have a story to tell. Oh my God, Scorpio, what are y'all going through? I cannot stop. What did I just say? Six of Wands, Leo energy. This is you having victory and success. And you have good news coming in your finances. So if you're struggling financially, it's going to improve. I see somebody recognizing you for some kind of gift that you have. I see you getting your ambition back. I see you getting a lot of attention and recognition and support for something that you do. I gotta get 2 more cards and get off of here. Okay, 2 of Wands in reverse and the 6 of Cups. Oh. Hmm. Look at this. Some type of attachment you've had, some kind of addiction, some kind of toxicity, low vibrational energy. You're separating from it. You're separating from the devil. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. You're turning your focus back to spirit, to God. And the 2 of Wands in reverse talks about a lack of planning for the future, feeling stagnant, just struggling to move out of a comfort zone. But the thing that's going to help you is you remembering your youth, remembering your childhood, surrounding yourself with people who love and care about you, that take you back to when you were a little kid, getting back around your family, your real friends, and the people who love you. Someone's going to be very generous to you. I see a helping hand come in. You see how they're waving at each other? It could be someone from your past you run into. Spirit is putting things in alignment, putting your ducks in a row. I'm getting off of here, y'all, because I got to go wipe my face and figure out why am I crying like this. I don't know. Okay, Scorpio, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.